TJ, good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
What has Julio brought to the team and how has he improved you as a player?
I think Julio has, since his arrival to Gibraltar, he's changed the way that we see football here. We see it as more professional now. He's brought a passion. I think everyone sees it, the immense passion that he has as a footballer, as a coach, and just someone that loves football. And that has, he's transmitted that to us as players, for us to be able to transmit it onto the pitch. The victories that we've had, such as the UEFA Nations League Championship when we came first, I think that is a historic moment for Gibraltar, and I genuinely don't believe that without Julio, that still wouldn't have been possible.
What has been your favourite memory with the national team so far?
I don't know. I have a few. My debut, I remember a Latvia game played here. That was a very unexpected debut. I was just called up out of the blue. I was playing with the under-21s, and all of a sudden, a few days after, I had just made a debut versus Latvia. The Liechtenstein win at home, when George scored, I wasn't even playing, but just sat there, I was just warming up. I came on in the 90-something minute, but just feeling a part of that was amazing. It was amazing, and obviously the win of the Nations League. You can't match stuff like that.
And who's been the hardest opponent you've played against so far?
The hardest opponent player, Eriksson. I actually remember I rewatch every game. Straight after we finish the game, we go to the hotel and I always rewatch it. And I remember the commentator saying that he wasn't doing anything in the game, like he was quiet. I was thinking, crazy, because I remember he came to Gibraltar, I think we lost 6-0. The quality that guy had was, he was playing one touch the whole game. Minute 80-something, he took on 2 players, and it was the first time in the whole game when he actually took on someone, because he didn't need to do that. He was just playing 1 touch, 2 touch, going wide, putting the ball in the box for fun, doing what he wanted.
And what player are you looking forward to playing against most in the upcoming World Cup Qualifiers?
There are a few good players, but obviously I think the likes of Haaland. Even though I'm a striker and he's a striker, I'm actually looking forward to seeing how he plays, learning from him, obviously, because he's one of Europe's top strikers, or one of the best players in the world right now. If you look at the games he's playing in Champions League, scoring goals in his own league in Germany, and I think he's a player that I'm very interested in seeing how he works.
What are your personal goals for this World Cup qualifier campaign?
I obviously do set myself some objectives, but I haven't really set myself any personal goals right now, and I just think it's more collective goals for the whole squad, where it's my first FIFA World Cup qualifier, so I'm very excited for that. I know for a fact that it's, like I've said in a recent interview, it's not going to be no UEFA Nations League. This is now FIFA World Cup qualifiers. This is not a game versus, with respect obviously to San Marino and Liechtenstein, but this is no game versus them. We're playing versus world-class players, people who are in the top 10 players of the world, best informed strikers in the world. This is not going to be easy, and we know that it's a tough game, but I'm just very excited for the experience that the whole squad, obviously a lot of us being young, that we're just about to earn right now.
Perfect. And finally, a bit of a long question for you. So you had time in Spain, but unfortunately hampered by injury, and now you are flourishing locally. Taking into consideration the success that some of your teammates, such as Coling, have had abroad, what are your aspirations, TJ, for the rest of your footballing career?
I set myself very, very high standards, such as Coling, such as Jaylan, such as Julian De Rio, all these players who are leaving Gibraltar. I think not just myself, but for even these people, we just want to be able to make it to the highest level possible. Playing in First Division in England, First Division in Spain, those are my targets. Those are my unrealistic targets, you could say. But it's targets that I set myself, because if I achieve half of that, I think that will be a hell of a career.